Hi, I'm Brad Wood, and I'm here today. It is sometime in February of 2019, and it's freezing out here. But I'm here with Northwoods Falconry, and we're going to talk about a few of the essential products that they sell. And the first thing we're going to talk about, we're set up here, is AstroTurf. AstroTurf is a fabulous product that is used on athletic fields, and that's where it's a spin-off. So often in falconry we are getting spin-offs from aeronautics, from athletic developments, and using them with our birds. These are samples here in front of me of different types of AstroTurf. And I'm going to just tell you the ones I like and how I use them and how to fasten them down and how to clean them. But this is a kind of a fake grass. Many of you out there already know about this, and you can purchase pieces of it through Northwoods Falconry and sometimes other sources. But it looks kind of like a short grass. It's synthetic. It's probably made out of a nylon type material. But it doesn't have to be watered or mowed, but it's about 1/2 inch tall. This particular piece I don't like, and we don't sell it or use it much because it doesn't allow liquids to come through. When you're disinfecting it, which you should be doing periodically, it doesn't allow it to drain. And so my preference, here's another one. This is a solid bottom. I don't like it anymore. It may look good, but really what you want is the type that drains. And this is, you can see the woven, really tough stuff. It lasts almost forever. But this is a woven, it's porous, and you can pour a bleach solution on it. And I'll show you some of the other things I use to clean the AstroTurf. So AstroTurf is used on your perches. I'd recommend you cover all your perches in your mews where the bird is loose, or it's block. I have a block here. Here's a falcon block that I've had for probably 30 years. And the AstroTurf is embedded in the top. When the block was being poured, I think it was polyurethane, it was embedded in the top. And therefore this has been 30 years of use, and I can disinfect this whole thing. And I've never had foot problems where I've used AstroTurf. Now yes, you can get bumblefoot. There are birds that puncture the bottom of their feet with their talons. They're just more prone to do that. But when you're using a good surface like this, it keeps their foot from laying flat and developing corns underneath it. If you bed sores that people get when they're in a hospital or a nursing home, they're laying in one position on an even surface, causes blistering and scabs. So on a bird's foot, especially a falcon that sits kind of flat-footed, it's going to have a variable surface with lots of air passing underneath its foot. And so when this came about many years ago, it solved a lot of foot problems. So we like this one with the woven back. These are pieces that you can purchase even bigger. This piece could cover a number of perches. I might use a 2x4 or a 2x6 in a mews, and I'll cover the whole length of it with pieces like this. Now this is a different kind that I also like and I use. This is a more stiffer, it is a type of AstroTurf, and it's used for all sorts of mats, doormats, gardening, but it drains better. The problem is, yes, on the back, it's solid, so it's not letting the liquids pass through, but it's a broader grass, so you can spray the crud out of it. You could use a pressure washer. Couple things I use. So there are two types. This is a good one. This is the best that I like. I call it stadium AstroTurf because I use it in the athletic stadiums. This one is a grass-like mat AstroTurf. And Northwoods Falconry gets them in large volume rolls, and then you can buy whatever amounts you want. It lasts a lifetime, so if it appears to be kind of expensive, it is a good investment, and I guarantee you won't have foot problems you would with carpet. I don't use carpet. That harbors bacteria, and the main thing is being able to clean it and get rid of it. Here's how I clean mine. I use F10 or I use bleach. I use a little bit of bleach in 5-gallon bucket, maybe half a cup of bleach. You can buy it at your grocery store. This is the best stuff that I buy. I bought this even on Amazon. You can get it's called F10. And F10 is currently being used around the world for birds of prey because it kills probably 99% of the bacteria or viruses that are present on the surface of the perches or inside the mews on the gravel. So this is the concentrate, and I'll mix it and I'll put it in a spray bottle. This is available at your hardware store. This is a pump type. I saw them over in the Middle East where the falconers were using them on their falcons. It's so hot over there, they'd spray them. You can use this to wet down your falcon, but you can also mix up some F10 and then pump it up so you don't have to squeeze a trigger all the time, and spray it, leave it. I do not wash it off, and it stays there as a barrier to bacteria and viruses. My big gun, let me show you my big gun. This is what I cherish this. This is my big gun. Now, Northwoods Falconry doesn't sell this, but oh boy, I tell you, if they did, they'd sell 1 million. This is a big sprayer. It's not a cheap sprayer. You want to pay for what you get. This has got F10. It's faded there, but it says F10. Be sure you mark your sprayers so you aren't spraying this on the bird, or someone comes to spray weeds and they think it's a weed killer. So you want to reserve it. This is for, I would have this if I had one bird. It's a big one. And you spray the whole mews down twice a year, and when you're cleaning up. So this is highly recommended, probably costs 50 bucks. You'll have it for a lifetime. This is what Brad Wood uses, and I've done this 50 years, and I recommend it. You can I wouldn't mix bleach in here. It dissolves the rubber fittings and everything. But F10 or another like Virkon is used in many places too. So that's how you clean the AstroTurf. You spray it and let it drip off, and it'll assure you can sleep well at night knowing the little bacteria are dead and not affecting your bird. Last, here's another way. This is an old ring perch, the top of a ring perch. I just brought it. It's old and cruddy. I drug it out, but it shows you how you can attach AstroTurf to your perch. You use a cable tie, and this piece here is wrapped around and then cinched up with cable ties and a little bit of, hey, I prefer Gorilla Tape on everything. So don't ever use cheap gray masking tape or blue tape. Use Gorilla Tape. And these tie wraps, they're big ones, and then you can fasten it to your outdoor weathering perches. You can use it instead of rope. But this can be disinfected, again sprayed with bleach or F10. And bleach, by the way, has also been proven to kill 99.9% of bacteria and most viruses. So we really are lucky. And until those little microbes build resistance to bleach or F10, we're doing well. So don't use it all the time, or they might mutate and get used to it. So that's a way to put it on your perches. In the case of a block, you can cut a piece and glue it onto the block. And what glue do I use? I use barge cement. I don't use any off-the-shelf contact cement. It's got to be barge cement, and barge sticks better, and you use it. You can use it on the backing of this stuff. You spread it liberally, let it dry till it's tacky, and you put it on both surfaces, and you push this together and it sticks forever. If you use something lesser than barge, you're asking for trouble. Now this is, so I carry this at all times for use when we're using AstroTurf. And so you can glue the top of this with barge cement, and it's going to stay there. You're going to have to renew it again, and it can be disinfected and everything. So I love this. Now here's the secret coming up. This is how I fasten it. I'm not going to charge you for it, for my information, but these are, this is how I screw it down. This is very secret. I screw down my AstroTurf with a lath screw. It's called a lath screw, and it was originated for screwing down wood lath sticks. Look, it has a big head on it, and that head keeps it from pulling through the AstroTurf. This is zinc plated, cheaper. I use a lot of these, but 10 years later, they're all rusting and they're breaking. So you can also, this is the secret of the day, you can, now Tacoma screw products, I don't know if you have that in your state or even country, these are stainless steel lath screws. They will never rust, and I pay extra for these. Here's a no, maybe Northwoods Falconry will start selling these, but they are worth their weight in gold because they do not rust. And they're the same as the zinc plated, but they're stainless steel. And I use those to screw down my AstroTurf, especially any outdoor. And of course, when bleach gets on the zinc coated, it's going to corrode them. So those are how I fasten down. I don't want to open these up. I might sell this for $1 million. Anyway, this, you can see they're the same thing. They screw down. I use a nice cordless drill, easy. They're the same type of screw. One is zinc plated, one is stainless steel. But highly recommended you at least use either one of these, not staple guns, not nails, and then they'll stay there for as long as you're doing it. I thought I wouldn't be breeding falcons for more than 10 years. Now it's like 25 years. And a lot of my stuff is rusted and coming apart and breaking because I didn't do it right in the beginning. So this is the right thing, AstroTurf, either one. Good screws, barge cement and no other, and then either F10 or bleach that's diluted. And it will keep your rooms extremely clean. And I believe that's all I wanted to share today about AstroTurf. Thank you, and I'm Brad Wood. Forgot. This is a video. It's a DVD. It's 6 hours worth, but you'll learn a lot about what I'm talking about in this from Northwoods Falconry. And it'll talk about AstroTurf and about 20 other different things about basic falconry equipment. Thank you again, and have a great time with your bird.